Hey, welcome to another episode of The American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the only show that combats negative media by highlighting the amazing real estate and lifestyle in this country. We've got an amazing show for you today covering a global story, national stories, and even local stories from your own backyard. Let's get The American Dream started right now. The American Dream welcomes you to Anguilla.
If I could have the opportunity to come here every other weekend or once a month, I most certainly would.
They sold over 120 bottles of wine. It's amazing.
I can't believe that this is a job.
It was just great to explore the island and take the boat ride that we did for the day. Here's the water part of Southland. They have a great fountain.
You have to take a moment in your life and spend some time on this island.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
Part of the American Dream is dreaming big. On today's episode, we're going to visit Anguilla, a little island off of the South Coast where Richard Steinberg, top broker out of New York City, shows us around the Four Seasons. We took the American Dream crew out there. And why? Because part of the American Dream is being able to travel, spend time with your loved ones, even time with yourself. You're going to love what we have to show you about Anguilla. Let's check this out right now. The American Dream for years has been defined as something we achieve through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work. But in newer times, people have come to realize that the American Dream is also a matter of time. Time for family, time for friends, time to reconnect with yourself. And Anguilla might just be the ideal place for that. So the question is, if money can't buy you happiness, can it buy you something even more valuable? Time. As we pull up to this Four Seasons, the first thing you think is how beautiful it is.
You come through these big gates, you see these amazing villas, and they park the car, and from there on out, it's golf carts only throughout the resort.
As I'm walking up to the Four Seasons for the first time, I realize I have never seen a resort like this. It's so clean, it's so modern. There's not a door in the hotel or resort. It's just open air. You know, it's a place that like only a climate like this could afford for.
When you walk around the resort, the colors that you see are always like a blended tone of beige, grays, whites, and then that's a backdrop against the turquoise that you see in the ocean and the sky. It almost doesn't look like it's real.
You just get hit with this feeling of just calm and serenity, where you look out over this beautiful ocean and all of a sudden like everything just slows down immediately and you're in paradise.
Something about me and you that makes it work like we do, so unpredictable.
You know, we're bringing Anastasia Ashley along on this trip because Anastasia Ashley has become a voice for beach living and ocean living all over the world. You know, millions of people follow her all over social media as really an expert in what the best beaches, the best surf breaks, the best coastal lifestyle is. And so we thought at the American Dream, bringing Anastasia Ashley into this, we would give people a glimpse not only into the Four Seasons Anguilla, but bring not just experts in real estate, but experts in lifestyle.
The best kept secret in the Caribbean is definitely Anguilla. I've been all over the world, seen so many beaches, and I gotta say that this place definitely lives up to the hype.
We have the most amazing beaches in the world.
What I'm going to do, I think, is take you on a tour.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the show in Anguilla, but let's not forget, it's called The American Dream for a reason. Let's talk about our country. This is a national TV show that highlights cities all across the country. Let's go check out what's happening in your backyard right now.
Hey, this is Jim Loveridge with American Dream TV and Weichert Realtors. I want to show you my brand new listing out in South Shore. Let's take a walk through it. You're going to be very impressed. This house is 5-bedroom, 5-bath with literally formal dining room, formal living room, and we're going to head into the great room that has an amazing kitchen. I want you to take a long look at this kitchen. It's got a 6-burner gas stove, plus it has water at the stove so you can fill a pasta pot, full huge bar, another sink for vegetable cutting, unbelievable gourmet kitchen. This was actually the model home for the builder in the area. To the other side, we have an eating space that's quite large. This would actually fit 6 people easily. Much bigger living space than normal home. This is a custom home, so you're gonna see some of those differences. In here is our great room. As you can see, lots of room to seat the entire family, and quite a large family. They've also updated it and they've added the large screen TV and just made it a beautiful place to relax. Head on out onto the deck where you have some amazing views of the Aurora Reservoir and just the large yard area, extended huge patio area to really enjoy some fun summer days. Hey, you guys have got to take a look at this. We've got an entire entertaining area, pool table area, unbelievable, beautiful bar that you can seat 4 people, great entertaining house, fireplace, workout area. This has everything. But I've got something special over here I want to show you. Look at this wine cellar. For the people who like wine, this holds over 120 bottles of wine. It's amazing. Right off from the wine cellar, we've got a home theater. Home theater, sit 6 comfortably. It's all included with the sale of the home. So make sure and come and take a look at it. How is this for a beautiful area to sit and read a book? Fireplace right off of the stairwell. This stair goes exclusively to the master bedroom. This home has 2 sets of stairs. Master bedroom is huge. Fireplace, built-in coffee bar, everything you can imagine in here. Come and see this bathroom. 5-piece bath. Everything is just exquisite. They put every upgrade they could in the home. Here's the second stairway, and it leads up to just the auxiliary bedrooms and an upstairs laundry area. Hey, you guys, I want to take a minute to thank you again for coming by and seeing my house at South Shore. One of the great things about living in this neighborhood is you're right next to Southlands Mall. So we're gonna head over there and take a look at it and show you some of the highlights. So this area is South Shore, beautiful area, and it's known for being on the edge of the Aurora Reservoir. So there's a lot of water activity. Also, the neighborhood has an unbelievable clubhouse right across the street from us here with a pool, everything you can imagine, workout facility, just a great area. We made it to Southlands Mall. I want to show you one of my favorite items, the fire pit. This is usually full of people, and at night it's crowded around. Great, great, great place to sit and visit and catch up with people. So you guys, we just saw the fire part of Southlands. Here's the water part of Southlands. They have a great fountain. Over here, this is actually, in the wintertime, a skating park. A whole skating park is built of ice skating. It's unbelievable. In the summer, we have summer concerts. You can see there's several restaurants that literally buffer this park, and you can sit at any of these restaurants, sit outside and listen to music, live music. It's an amazing time. Or wander over to the theater and catch a flick. So come on down to Southlands. This is an unbelievably cool street. It's like being in an old downtown. Have a great day.
All right, let's take it back to the island. Richard Steinberg and David Fallerino, these are 2 power players out of New York City who flew us out to Anguilla to check out this 4 Seasons. It is an amazing property. We talked to the guests, the management team, got to know that area so well, so much fun. And then we jumped on a boat. And that's not all the jumping we did. Let's go check it out.
here with Jose, who's the general manager of the property and the best general manager in the Caribbean. Jose, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this property, and I know you stay here personally, and what makes it so amazing, and how do you do it?
Well, it's no secret that people love coming to Anguilla because we have the most amazing beaches in the world. But what makes it really special are the Anguillans. The Anguillans have a big heart, and generations of visitors have continued to come to Anguilla because they made connections with the people here.
Yeah.
And they keep coming back because they want to continue to see those people and see their kids and see how they've grown throughout the years. And they feel like they're part of family. So one of the things that we like to say for our property is, we want you to feel like you belong.
The Four Seasons brand is always something that you know you can trust, but this is beyond ridiculous. Walking down the pathway, we're going to go to the Sunset Lounge. Look at this. No walls, no doors. Everywhere you look is the blue ocean. We're at Meads Bay, where it meets Barnes Bay, two of the most beautiful beaches in the entire Caribbean. Crazy, right? You can swim here, you can snorkel, you can go further out and scuba dive. You can even have lunches on some of the sandbars.
The Four Seasons is incredible and has a stellar reputation all over the world. Well, why is that? Because like here in the Caribbean, their hard work is put into making sure your time is entirely your own. Their core belief is that life is richer when you truly connect to the people and the world around you. David Fallerino talked to a couple of the resort guests to see what they thought about Anguilla.
I'm Andrew Newfield. This is my new wife, Erin Newfield.
Hi.
What we love most is, so we're obviously on a honeymoon, and the exclusivity, the untouched beaches, everything's beautiful. It lends itself to be a very nice, remote, relaxing vacation.
And from New York, this is so easy to get to.
Correct.
So convenient.
Yes.
Very easy. Flying direct back into JFK, so.
Amazing.
Nice and easy.
So it's our mum's 60th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so her friends picked it. Tonight we're heading to Banky Banks to hopefully see some great live music.
Oh, that's the best place on the island.
Oh, awesome.
We're here at the Four Seasons Residences. Richard Steinberg is the head of sales here. He's going to take us on a tour. Right now we're entering this 4-bedroom villa. This is on the beach, on a cliff. It is absolutely insane. Let's go inside and check everything out.
Welcome, so come on in. What I'm going to do, I think, is take you on a tour. But let's start with the entertaining floor. So you have your swimming pool and your jacuzzi. You have multiple terraces that overlook your entertaining outdoor area. Check out the private beach access. Gives you unlimited access to these miles and miles of beach.
Anguilla's laid-back culture is second to none, and we decided to take full advantage of it by taking a boat tour around the island and enjoying the views while in good company with loved ones.
I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories.
We made a pit stop at a spot famous for cliff diving. However, not all of us were brave enough to try.
I don't think I have to tell you that I didn't do it because there's no way. I'm afraid of heights. So I didn't do it. But even to watch the people climb up and jump is really cool.
Somebody had the bright idea of jumping off of a cliff. I didn't do it. I didn't partake. It was high.
You know, I'm scared to jump off the cliff. I don't know if it's because, you know, I've got a little bit of a dad bod this year, or it's because I'm not 100% certain that I can jump off a 50-foot cliff and land feet down.
Of course I jumped off the cliff. You only live once. Look, if Anastasia Ashley can do it, and Randy Sowers, my fiance, can do it, I sure as hell am gonna climb up on that cliff and jump off. Yeah, I second guessed it every step of the way, but it was a cool experience, and the water was warm, so I jumped in. It was fun.
I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories.
After a long day on the boat, it's time for some lunch. And what better place to do it than Sandy Island? This island opened in 1984 and was originally just a little shack with a basic grill and a cooler to keep the drinks cold. Today, Sandy Island has a fully functional bar where you can get all the well-made rum punches you want, and the seafood is freshly caught same day and straight to the grill.
Jojo, where are we? Sandy Island. Sandy Island. We got some mahi-mahi, some crayfish, and some shrimp. Jojo, what's authentic Caribbean cuisine? Crayfish. Crayfish? Yeah, indigenous St. Louis. And who comes through here? Everybody. Stars, singers, basketball players, football players, everybody. And the only way to get here is by boat? By boat.
I love being with the American Dream team down there.
You know, the American Dream takes great care in making sure that the people telling the stories are the people who are really close to the story.
Well, I can't tell you how much we enjoyed our time in Anguilla. Look, part of the American Dream is being able to spend quality time with your loved ones, and that's exactly what we did. Also, for us, it's about sharing the story with you and inspiring you. That's my hope with this show. Don't forget, though, the American Dream is about highlighting real estate and lifestyle in our cities all across the country. Let's take a look at your next local market update in your city.
This week on American Dream TV, I'm out here in beautiful Golden, Colorado in a brand new duplex with a licensed electrical contractor talking about some of the issues that come up both with brand new homes like this one and the older homes that we have here throughout the Denver metro area. It's going to be really insightful and is going to help you protect yourself, your home, and your family. Hope you enjoy it. So for the people that are out there looking at homes and they're going to buy one of the homes that was built in the 60s or 70s that might have aluminum wiring, give us your top 3 kind of steps to make sure that those homes are going to be safe and are going to continue to be safe for them and their family.
Well, for one, you definitely, if you're buying the house, I hope you would have a home inspection done by any home inspector out there. They're going to be able to see kind of what's on the outside and kind of give you a glimpse of what would be on the inside, because not every homeowner is going to know. Ultimately, you want to replace all the wiring in it with copper wiring. All the new remodels, the reason why they're being replaced with copper wiring is because it's safer, it's effective, it's proven, and you're not going to have to go to sleep at night worrying if the house is going to burn down. But one thing that we do nowadays is called aluminum pigtailing. There are these little connectors that you can put within your receptacles that go from aluminum to copper, and it's a safer alternative. It kind of can get you through until you maybe have a budget for a remodel.
One other thing I wanted to bring up that comes up a lot is GFI outlets. Tell us a little bit about what those are, what they do, and why they're required in areas that are potentially wet.
If you mix electricity and water, you're probably going to have a bad time if there's a short circuit, like I was saying. You can ultimately die. And so these things, they sense a current disturbance between the hot and the neutral, so it makes a path. And so when one path is coming out and not returning the same, then this thing trips. And that's what ultimately saves you. It can trip up to 1/30th of a second. And they're required throughout kitchens, all new builds, bathrooms, anywhere within 6 feet of water that there's a plug, basements, garages. Like I was saying, any time you mix electricity and water, these need to be around because these are ultimately going to save your life.
Well, good. It seems like another pretty simple fix to make sure that you and your family and your coworkers are safe. Perfect. All right, Josh, another thing I get a lot of questions about from my clients is buying a home that has an EV charger for their electric car, their Tesla, their BMW, whatever that looks like. How hard is that for somebody like you to come in and install a pre-existing home?
As far as existing homes, they're not necessarily hard. Usually you want to park your EV car in the garage, and more than most, you'll have the panel somewhere in relation to the garage. It's easily doable. We probably do 2, 3, 4 of them a week, but on the new builds, if you're building a new house, put one in, have them put it in, because it is cheaper to have them put it in at that point, and it only helps your home's resale value.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that in 5 years, it's going to be just something that every house has, rather than kind of an amenity.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, Josh, thanks again for taking the time to chat with us. Your insights have been incredibly educational for me. I hope that all of you have enjoyed this, and thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time on American Dream TV. Lakewood right now is celebrating its 50th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, they're offering their residents the chance to buy a 10-foot tall native tree that's going to thrive well here in our climate for only $75. If that's something that you have interest in, shoot me an email or give me a call. I can get you all the information so that we can make sure that Lakewood is even more beautiful 50 years from now. Thank you.
Well, that's all for today's episode of The American Dreamer. We took you global. We went to Anguilla off of the South Coast. Hope you enjoyed the time on the island like we did. Today's show is also about teaching you something even more in-depth. It's about time. Time is your most valuable asset. We got to spend quality time with power players out of New York City, and Richard Steinberg, his wife Renee, David Fallerino, his wife Paola, Seth O'Byrne, Jesse O'Byrne, and my fiance, Randy. We all got to spend some quality time together. Money cannot buy you happiness, but time, it is your most valuable asset. Make sure you invest it wisely. That is the essence of the American dream. As we part here today, check out some highlights from our trip, and we'll see you next week.
So my favorite part about Anguilla has to be the Four Seasons Sunset Lounge, which may be my favorite outdoor place at any hotel in the world that I've been to. I mean, this place is magical. You just go there, you hang out with friends, you can eat, you can drink, watch the most beautiful sunset, which it seems like in the world, and it is magical.
I loved being with the American Dream team down there. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best lifestyle programs I've ever seen. Forget being associated with. And I think it just, if it makes sense, gave me a little bit of a calmer outlook on life because the place was just so beautiful.
You know, this is such an exciting way to market new projects like this because, you know, the American Dream takes great care in making sure that the people telling the stories are the people who are really close to the story. It's not a third-party show where we talk about what someone else did. When we flew down to Anguilla, we experienced everything that we talked about. And we did so with the manager of the hotel and the bartender of the hotel and the families that live across the street from the resort. You know, we really got into the culture, and I feel like we're reporting back firsthand what it's really like. And that level of authenticity, I think, is something it's sort of rare in the media landscape, and it's really important.
Definitely come down for yourself, see what the hype's all about, because you know why? Don't take it from me, I've just been to every beach in the world, and this is on my top 10.
I really like the way the Four Seasons was designed. Now, the entire island's amazing because you really do feel unplugged. I mean, here in the U.S., we're so plugged in. We got our phones, our laptops, and it's just this 24/7 thing. You go there, and life just slows down dramatically. And what the Four Seasons does is they really bring the essence of that. So can money buy you happiness? No, it can't. But you work hard, and hopefully that can afford you some more time with your loved ones. And time is your most valuable asset.